Greetings to you all, and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa. Apparently I know exactly what killed Muck. Although, I don't actually know it, but my in-game character does.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
So that's fantastic.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her!
True, but just go with it.
Don't you remember?
Trust me blindly, people.
Covered the dead body with the tarp, and then put the bloody coat on it, right?
Yes.
In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Yes.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The person was already dead. Otherwise they wouldn't have just happily laid there whilst you dripped them in a coat covered in blood. Right, right. I get what you're saying.
Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Yes, yes, perfect sense.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
Silence, I'm not intelligent enough to do that. And you damn well know it. There's no way they were possibly stabbed twice, because... Because chickens. What does that? I have no idea. Let me read. Oh, because there's no blood on the floor. I know. This is the one that says about that, right? It was noted, however, that there was no blood on the ground. No, never mind. Apparently I'm completely wrong. Does the Monokuma file say stabbed once? Okay, had been stabbed a single time.
I got it.
My mistake, my mistake.
The file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
How convenient.
And the knife
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer.
All this to frame me, the hero.
They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her.
Probably. The mask was on too tight.
Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing.
Yeah, it's probably covering up whatever actually was the real reason for death. But then why wouldn't you just blow the corpse up ahead of time? Why would you wait until the corpse is discovered to blow it up?
Severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward.
Damn it, that's smart and makes my previous point look stupid. I hate you,
They
Byakuya.
meant for us to latch onto
But
the
actually
knife
useful
as
for the
cause
case.
of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kind of goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
That's what bombs do.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Explosion means bomb.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
He's got it.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
You know, you could just tell her. Save the whole by proxy here, but, you know, whatever.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right?
I feel like Byakuya is trusting me more than Kyoko is nowadays.
That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
He's got a lot of faith in me.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma.
I should notice, whenever you get one of these kind of pictures, it's always relevant to the next case. Always. One of these more stylized
It's part of a
single
bomb.
snapshots.
Oh, then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Exactly.
Anyway, The culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury, so that we'd suspect Makoto.
Indeed, I've been framed.
And the only one who would benefit from that
Is literally everyone except Makoto.
is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
That's not true.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
Why am I defending her? Let her die.
It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate.
I understand it's very likely that Kyoko did not commit the murder here, but I don't care. She pointed the finger at me, therefore, she must die.
It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
And why is she doing this? If she knows she didn't do it, and she has proof she didn't do it, maybe speak up. Just a bit. By the way, I don't know what killed the body. I've no idea. So this is going to be an interesting one.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
No.
The victim's
I request
fatal
an
injury
adjournment.
has yet to be determined, correct?
The
Correct.
explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
True.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right?
True.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
Oh, yes.
More than that,
Forgot about that.
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I mean, the only thing I can think that could have killed her is a blow to the back of the head caused by a bunch of arrows bundled together. Whether that's right or not, I don't know. How do I get that message across?
Then,
Or am I
shall
jumping
we
too far
continue
ahead?
the debate?
What have we got here?
The victim's
Monokuma
fatal
file,
injury has yet to be determined, correct?
exploded body, and before body.
Explosion didn't kill her
Alright.
for sure.
They've been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered in other wounds that were several days old. So I could counter Byakuya's point about the wounds all over the body by pointing out how old they are. That doesn't seem useful. I'm trying to think what I haven't used. You don't use everything in this list. I mean, my leading theory then is to shoot the Monokuma file into Byakuya's
Well, yeah.
statement about the multiple wounds. Even though he is correct, I know they're not to do with the cause of death.
There's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered across her
It's right.
entire body.
Yes, it's right. Why am I shooting a statement that's true?
Shoot!
Then, shall we continue the debate?
They had also been struck in the head. He doesn't say the back of the head. Hero said the back of the head.
The victim's fatal. The explosion didn't kill.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, That's gotta be.
Shoot!
I mean, what he's saying isn't true, or at least it might be true, but it's not known to be true. Let me see if any of these points seem to be incorrect.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Fatal injury is yet to be determined.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right?
True.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that,
Not really true.
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
True.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The
Correct.
explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Correct. They were, however, dead before the blast. Yes, correct.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right?
Correct.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that,
See, I feel confident in the thing I want to attack. There is no evidence that she was hit on the back of her head. She has been struck in the head. Can I shoot any of
the
these?
victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Okay, so if I want to shoot Hero's statement about there is evidence she was hit in the back of the head, what could I possibly shoot? I could shoot the bullet I already have that says the body is no longer recognizable. This one, right? Burn the upper half of the body beyond recognition. If it's beyond recognition, does that mean it's to the point that you can't tell that there was an injury to the back of the head or the front? I mean, he's certainly not examined the body. I'll try that.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
The victim's fatal the explosion didn't kill. Well, yeah. And it wasn't me.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta.
Damn it! I do enjoy your slow motion talking though.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Shoot the word explosion at it, that doesn't help.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I really don't know. Again, it's frustrating when I know what I want to say, but I can't say it.
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
I mean, I suppose I could turn in this as evidence that you didn't know she'd been hit on the back of the head because she was wearing a mask. Well, I guess I'm stretching a bit here.
The explosion didn't kill. Well, yeah. And it wasn't me.
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. Evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
I don't know, guys.
Then shall we continue?
Am I
the
being
debate?
dumb? Probably.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Correct.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Correct.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right?
Not necessarily, but maybe. Could still be caused by the knife, but wasn't caused by the knife in the way that we think.
And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
That's true, but they're old. My little thought to myself here doesn't help me in the slightest either. I mean, I assume the head wound is the killing blow, and we don't see the blood because it's contained within the mask.
Then shall we
These
continue
bullets
the
just don't
debate?
seem very useful.
The
Or
victim's
in a way,
fatal
they seem to be
injury
able
has
to
yet to be determined, correct?
say whatever I want them to say.
Kill her for sure.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one
Okay,
other
along the
thing.
same lines as before, I'm going to shoot the word explosion at hit on the back of her head, as if to say, how do you know? Because of the explosion. But I'm getting further away from what I think is correct.
Sure.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Shoot!
Oh dear. I never felt so stuck. Yes, yes, I'm dead, I get it. These things happen, it's alright, extra lives were made for this purpose.
I refuse to give up yet.
I don't want to just brute force the answer, that's the thing. Which I can do, there is a limited number of options here. I seem to be in Operation Shoot Everything at Hero.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. Yes.
Well, yeah. She was already totally.
And it wasn't me that
Oh yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that,
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
then shall we continue?
I mean, I'm
the debate?
stretching more and more and more.
The victim's fatal
by the
injury
moment.
has yet to be determined, correct?
the explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't me that
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
If it's not Hero that I need to shoot, then I guess it's Toko.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
That's correct. That's correct.
Well, Well, yeah. She was
The fact that
totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife.
you don't know that for sure.
Shoot!
Then shall we continue the debate?
I don't get
The
it.
victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
I want to have this moment of clarity. I don't want to
The knife, right?
brute force my way through it. That's not fun.
There's only one other
I want to figure it out.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Countless wounds across her entire body. They're old. The victim's identity is unknown. They were dead before the blast, so the explosion did not kill them. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. Not necessarily the killing blow. In fact, definitely not the killing blow in the way that we believe it to be. It is possible to have stabbed them in the past, cleaned the area down, moved the corpse, and then stabbed them again. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Doesn't imply that the head wound isn't old as well, infers it, but doesn't imply it. The explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. The upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished because this was bad. That's fine. So the only thing this says is that the top half is beyond recognition. And I couldn't use that. I don't think you can ever really challenge the statements of the Monokuma file, can you? If the Monokuma file says the body was covered in wounds, then it was covered in wounds. So then we've also got this. The corpse had a mask covering its head, and a white jacket covering its body. The knife had been thrust into the abdomen. I am so clueless. I really don't get it.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
Okay, I'm gonna imagine shooting everything.
Explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Victim's fatal injury and explosion. No, that doesn't work.
Yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then
Correct.
There's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
So when it comes to guessing what's going on, my current guess is that someone, probably Byakuya, shot this person repeatedly with the titanium arrows to cover their body in wounds, and then finished them off by striking them over the head with the bundle of arrows, or maybe the other way around.
Then shall we continue the debate?
I don't like this. I don't want to get stuck.
The
It
victim's
makes me look
fatal
bad.
injury has yet
You get to see my puzzle-solving
The explosion
strategies, and pretty soon you're going to see my systematic elimination of options.
She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Okay, let's just think of everything. Shooting knife at these words, does it do anything?
The Monokuma file? That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her
No.
head.
Knife does not help
more
there.
than that.
The victim had suffered countless
Knife
wounds
does not
across
help
her
there.
entire body. Then shall we continue?
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Okay, knife doesn't help anywhere. Explosion.
And it wasn't you because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other
Oh
thing.
yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of.
And more than that,
The victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Why did you say that? And why is it in yellow? It's such a strange... It's such a bizarre thing to end a conversation on.
Then shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
well, yeah.
And it wasn't you. And then
Oh yeah.
I mean, I suppose you could argue that
That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was
that
hit
we
on the
know
back of
hit
her
on the
head.
back of the head must be the fatal injury
The victim had suffered countless wounds
because
across her
we know it's
entire
not anything else, but it's not true,
Then
in my
shall we
opinion.
continue the debate?
It's reaching.
The victim's injury has
No, it's wrong.
I disagree. This is a suspicion.
Lutero died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
No, this is a suspicion. We don't know this. Screw you, game, and I shall continue to screw you in the next episode. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you then.